Oh, peace and blessings, family. I apologize for the wait. I apologize, but y'all know how it goes. Fair use because I will be using clips from other people. Fair use. Y'all come on in here because I know y'all are scattered. I know you're scattered. I know you're scattered. Let's get this rolling.
See, I come from a long line of deeply melanated women. We have never been afraid to stick our black hands in the soil and connect with Mother Earth. We pick her sweet fruits from the areas that most conclude as abandoned land. And those who don't understand us call us witches. But baby, this is alchemy at its finest. Belicious brew.
Oh, peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. How y'all doing? How you doing? I have a few theories. I have a few theories, and mind you, I am saying that they are theories. I have a few theories. How y'all doing? Roll call. What's up, Black? Kay Harris in the house. Asia. Hey, Miss Asia. How you doing? MJ, what's up? Miss 007. How you doing? How you doing? Winning and ran up in here. Hey, hugs and kisses, kisses and blessings. Hey, y'all. 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 I know y'all hear what's going on. What's up, Bobby? I know y'all hear what's going on, right? What from the 504? What's up, Tar? Or TR? However, what's up? Hello. How are you? Aries one, what's up? What's up? What's up? Blue Rain. Blue Rain. You know they always doing something. They always doing something. Y'all please make sure y'all hit that like button. But I have a theory. But on that theory, I have to pull this little article right here that I'm going to share with you guys. And maybe y'all have seen this article, maybe you haven't. This one right here. WSBTV.com news staff, Friday. I'm sorry, y'all. There we go. Is that better? Let me enlarge that for you. Okay. Friday, August 9th, 2024 at 7:14 a.m. Central. Do we know who this is? We can identify this individual right here. This one. Right? Yeah. A man accused of running a cult in DeKalb County before being convicted of rape and sentenced to life in prison earlier this year, life plus 10, was injured in a prison fight earlier this week. The Georgia Department of Corrections confirmed to Channel 2 Action News that Eligio Bishop had to be hospitalized in the Macon, is it Macon or Macomb State Prison on Wednesday, which was the 7th. He he was taken to the hospital with non-life threatening injuries. He has since been released from the hospital and returned to the prison. In March, Bishop, who is known as Nature Boy online, was found guilty on charges of great false imprisonment and sharing pieces of sexually explicit content on social media. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. I don't want to download that. Investigators have accused him of leading a cult known as Carbonation, raping a mentor when she tried to leave in 2022 and posting revenge porn online after she left. One witness, Juliano Diaz, testified that carbonation is not a cult. It's not a cult, said Diaz. It's a tribe. Another testified that Bishop did not control when they ate or drank, nor did he force them to use the restroom outside. Portia Wade said she did not consider him God, but yes, he is the Messiah. End quote. His trial was briefly delayed after he accused the judge of trying to spread COVID-19 in the courtroom after she testified positive for the virus several days earlier. By okay, yep, I'm YouTube. I am reading an article. This is not my opinion. I'm just reading an article. Thank you. Bishop also claimed that the shackles he was made to wear were uh, pre- uh, prejudicing the jury against him. The people involved in the fight with Bishop had been identified, and it's unclear what charges they will face. The Georgia DOC's Office of Professional Standards is investigating the incident. Just making sure there's nothing else. Yeah. So if you want to go on over here and you can find this article. A little later on, I will definitely put this article in the description section so you guys can read it if you like. Um, yeah. So, per my theory, y'all put some hearts in if you really want to. If you really want to hear my theory, because I've heard everybody else's theory and I've been looking for my theory in everybody else's channel and I haven't heard it. So I think I know why. And this doesn't say he was taken to the hospital by helicopter. It just says he was taken to the daggone hospital. I think if he was taken to the hospital by helicopter, they would have said that in this article. So just to scratch the scratch scratch the lie to find the thief. Yeah, he wasn't taken by no damn helicopter. All right, y'all. All right. This is my theory. Right, Robert. Right. Right, Rashid. Now, that has a lot to do with my theory, though. That has a lot to do with my theory. Now, we're going to have to back this story up a little bit, and you'll see where I'm going with this. Malaria was visited by the CDC when she was in hospital, right? Knowing that, and we also know that Nature Boy has come in contact with the, GIP virus. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. The one that T um T-Boz and them would be singing about. You know, he has come in contact with at least four different venereal diseases on top, and this is just me listening to his own rhetoric, having hepatitis C. So maybe after injury, and of course him having an injury, maybe the prison hospital isn't set up for that type of quarantine. Nature Boy is a hazmat hazard. So maybe they took the hospital as not to have to do that type of infectious healing procedure, or just that infection risk, period. So they sent his behind to the hospital because we already know they do a profile on them. They do a profile on all, they have a hospital. And he got poked while he was in there. Believe they poked his behind. Believe it. And the theory, it was non-life threatening. He probably had to get some stitches or some staples. They might have had to reconnect something or another, but it wasn't life threatening. He probably lost the use of his thumb or something. I don't know. He severed or something. That's not life threatening. But I mean, did we not do a contagion chart right here on my show? And as one who used to be a medical professional, this makes sense. Let's, I mean, let me put this out here right quick because I could be reaching. Feel free to come up. I could be reaching, but I don't think I am. I think sometimes it's the simplest answer is usually the one that's right. Simplest answer. That just seems to make sense to me. Now, did they embellish? I think some people are embellishing about how he, that's where the lie would be. He got airlifted. This don't say nothing about airlifting. Why would they airlift him and it's a non-life threatening injury? Spend that kind of money on convicts. But would they put him in a security detail to take him to the hospital to quarantine his contagion? Allegedly, sure. Libby, we were just talking about that. We were just talking. And we've been listening to them live for years. So this ain't hard. This ain't even hard. It ain't even hard to see this lie. I mean, it's not a lie, but they lied. You know what I'm saying? And wow. I'm just like, wow. Y'all please make sure you hit that like button for me. Please hit the like button for me if you think, that this could be true. Yes, Miss 007, they gotta make it sound good. And what better than, oh my God, airlifted Poppy. Oh no, this is happening and everybody. Damn. He got sport. Didn't he say he grew up in jail? He said he grew up in. Welcome to Super Max, bruh. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Prisoners know what's going on before the general public does. Nature Boy been in jail 2 years. Nature Boy owe some people. You want to know why I know Nature Boy owes some people? What's up, Nun? How you doing? What's up, Vicky? I see you in the house. Yeah. Libby, I'm a justice. It's what I do. It's what I did. Well, y'all gotta understand. Nature Boy has been talking about that are very heinous. And when you're a lifer, you have morals and ethics. Now, mind you, when I say morals and ethics, I'm not talking, out here ethics. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the type of morals that keep peace amongst folk. And this is a thing that some people don't understand, especially when they just jail is a web of power. And people in Supermax kind of have a hand in what happens in the county. Things I'm wrong. Feel free to come up. Look, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can pin that. Let me get over here right quick. And Nature Boy he's been messing with that code. Now, whether they're acting or not, right? It doesn't matter because you know what matters in jail? What matters in jail is your word, sir. And those people took your word. They took you at your word. Let us also remember this. Shall we remember? Muslims in jail don't play that disrespect crap. You know what can get you put to sleep permanently in jail? Not give in prison, not giving up the bottom bunk can turn you into Casper the Friendly Ghost. And this is how I know Nature Boy. Oh, y'all put some hearts in. Y'all put some hearts in for me. Let me let you in on how I know Nature Boy owes somebody. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all put on defeat.com. Support the site. Support the site. Sale going on. Support the site. It does say it was a fight, but here's the thing: boy will give up his booty. Nature Boy has no problem giving up his booty. He sold his booty for how long? That's I know this. That's why I know this isn't a sex crime. Oh, come on! I gotta get some more hearts than that. Hit them hearts up, y'all straddling rooms. Y'all straddling rooms. You have been called. Nature Boy tried to bring in them 3 drones. That's how I know he owes somebody. And every drone fail cost him. Now you mess with the money in the county, that go up to the prison. And it's funny they attacked him the same way when he was in county that he just got attacked being in prison. He got sporked, man. Miss 007, yes, she did. Now, this is what I don't understand about the faux stooges over there. The judge said he could never have contact with them. So what make you think you gonna walk up into a hospital and demand to see a prisoner? Or, uh-oh, uh-oh, another theory. I got another theory. I got another theory. Oh, you right. He is in the penitentiary, isn't he? I just kept saying jail and prison. No, that nigga's in the pen. He is in the pen. He's in a 5 level max. What if Goofy thinking that if they met Nature Boy at the hospital, they would be able to get contraband to him? Come on, y'all. That's not too far outside of their thinking. Think about what Juju did, and let Juju going to jail. So is Jax. Don't they have cases? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That makes everything about that puts everything in place without leaving anything out. All of that makes freaking sense. And to go ahead and get this money since the bird drop didn't work again, right? Because they act like they are. How are y'all acting like the authorities don't know who you are? You testified, Aya. Y'all do not meet the criteria of family. The judge said you were not supposed to have contact. Excuse me. Don't y'all have y'all own cases come? Y'all are conspiracy partners. And you think that the prison guards are going to give you access to your cult leader? Obviously, we don't live on the same planets. Because you must live on. And she's going to jail. Rest in peace, Papa Marquez. And she's going to jail. She is going straight to jail. Do you not think that everybody in the jurisprudence of DeKalb County not know who these goofy people are? What's up, Renee? Z, what's up? Bless up. Vicky, what's up? And of course, YouTube Streets is in the house. Y'all please support the channel. Support the channel, please, and thank you. Because I know I know that my theory is fresh, and my theory fits all the boxes. Oh, who's presiding over Zoka's case? The same judge that presided over Nature Boy's preliminary hearings. Ah, Judge Stacy Hydrick. Yeah, y'all. Zoka has Judge Stacy, y'all. Yeah. And I'll drink to that. Oh, and here's the sad part, man. They supposed to be having no contact with each other. And here are freaking chicken heads standing together side by side, confessing that they didn't took a road trip. And when you go before the Negro pen, I want you to have all of this fever, all of this fluster, all of this luster for the system. You might be in there about 4 years. That's long enough to get your bachelor's. If you calm down a little bit, you know, because you will, you write for it. And where I'm making fun of this, Zoka is still suffering from postpartum. Yes, Miss 007. and them believing that they can go and visit him is laughable. It's laughable. Don't you know they got y'all's pictures taped to a wall behind that door so you can't go in there and visit him? Juju spent 45 minutes saying the same crap over and over and over again. Oh, thank you. Shall we say the prayer of you, University? And yea, I lay my monies and my intentions upon the waters, and it shall be returned to me 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. Susie, thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I believe I am, but I don't want to be arrogant and be like, you just so butchered that. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel, my dear. I'm still going through my live. I have to find where she was doing that the Negro speech. No, no. I think I'm gonna make that my ringtone for about a week just to see what happens. Oh, y'all, they are freaking the frack out. Oh, thank you, my love. And of course, y'all, it's the Lions Gate. Y'all do realize we're in the Lions Gate. It started yesterday. We're in full swing of the Lions Gate. So those of you that are donating right now, you are going into my Lions Gate fire. So if you would like to be a part of that, please make sure you hit your girl up. Hit your girl up. Be a part of it. And the Lions Gate brings you everything that your little savage heart desires. This is it's about it stays open about 5 days. So for those of you that are into manifestation like I am, this is a time for that. Only think about what you want to happen, and you can be savage. I mean, after all, it is the Lions Gate. So shout out to all of you Leos because we are in big putty tat season. We are in big putty tat season. And those that were sitting on high are now sitting low, 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 low. That's why it pays to be humble. Oh, you know, Nature Boy was one of my greatest works. I gotta get I gotta give it. I gotta give myself a little credit around here, man. He is one of my great works. I will be when I talk to God, this will be one of those things that I run back on and be like, yeah, I did that. I did that. I did that for all the doggy peanut butter licking children having pooping on the ground, top of the ground, trying to eat a watermelon seed in it. That's why I did it, Lord. I did it because he tried to compare himself to you while gaslighting me that that's what wasn't what he was doing. You can't play with me like that. Can't play with me like that. King Kev is how I know that what I did worked. And y'all, that nigga owes somebody. That nigga still got a debt and he still got to pay it. So they work up this story. They work up all of their nerve. They get online and then they act like browbeating us to care is going to get them some money. Can't nobody help. Nobody can help your Lord and Savior right now. Okay? He's in jail with a whole bunch of Muslims that listen to him commit shirk. Astaghfirullah. He's in there with some bigger wigs that probably took on a debt because the same thing that happened in county just happened in the pen. Nigga, you owe somebody. And they gonna take it out of your behind. They gonna get what are they gonna get 10 pounds of flesh. Kev, were you in here when I gave my theory as to why they took him to the hospital? Because I think it's simple and really obvious why, especially since the injury was non-life threatening. Well, for those of you that came in late or just got here, my theory on why he was taken to the hospital, and mind you, this article right here. This article right here says he was taken to the hospital with non-life threatening injuries. He has since been released from the hospital and returned to prison. That doesn't say anything about a whirly bird visit, that a helicopter came and got him. A helicopter does not come and get you for a non-life threatening injury. So that is a lie. For those of you that just came in here, my theory on why he was sent to the hospital is because he's one big infectious disease. And they couldn't quarantine him properly in the prison hospital or put all the other people in the infirmary at risk. So they just sent his behind to the hospital. And he probably knew this. And in knowing this, he got it leaked to the girls that he was in the hospital and they tried to do a pigeon drop. But since the guards wouldn't let them in or close to him, they couldn't do it. Oops. Y'all please make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Please and thank you. Y'all are amazing. Feel free to come up. Feel free to come up. Oh, man. And the performance. The performance, because from the performance, you would think that, the boy was found hanging upside down, drained the 2 pints of blood. But that's not what happened. You right, Kev. It just sounds sexier to say you went by helicopter. And you know where he got helicopters from, right? Come on, y'all think about it. Tell me where he got the helicopters from. Y'all don't know? He got the helicopters from SWAT coming in. Because there was a helicopter on that house all day. That's where the helicopter comes in. They're not imaginative at all. So why not just say, airlift, life flight? We automatically go into, oh my God, he almost died. That's what made that idea or that article about him dying. That's what made that story seem so valid and legit, y'all. For real. What's up, streets?
Peace to you. I have a little bit of insight on this situation because
Sure.
I used to work for CareFlight here in Dallas,
Uh-huh.
and I can tell you, working there for years, I don't remember transporting not one prisoner. I spent 10 years as a licensed paramedic and going in and out of hospitals. Like, I mean, I've picked up people that from scenes, and they were handcuffed to my stretchers, and the police were with them at the hospital. But when you air flight somebody, it's because they're in critical condition, and we're talking about at least $100,000. Do you really think the state is about to spend that on an inmate?
Nope, not a lifer.
And then I really feel like the four blind mice, that they're so stupid that they sat up there and they got their baby silverback gorilla on. As you said, I'm not gonna say what she looks like, but let's just say she need a banana. I hollered. Oh, I hollered. All of them had that beating on their chest, and that all of a sudden everybody's studying up, and then the next minute they're crying hysterically and everything. But I'm just like, baby loves. Did y'all really think that y'all was gonna be able to tell this story and what nobody gonna be able to find out? Like, y'all are a modern day cult whose leader just got a life sentence, and y'all are still have impending cases. That was gonna come out somewhere. Like, y'all are stupid. I'm really feeling like you. Like, when you said that a minute ago, I'm starting to piece things together too. And I'm like, let's see, that will make a lot of sense because they are not family. And then he just got to to the penitentiary, even if uh, they would be allowed to see him. They have to go through background checks and everything else. They wouldn't be able to see him that quick. He's been there for what, 3, 4 days now? No, he hasn't even been there a week. They wouldn't have been cleared to see him. And then how would they know that he had been stabbed if they're not family, and so they wouldn't get that phone call unless they knew that he was going to do that to himself prior to this quote unquote stabbing. I feel like you do. They knew. He told them, "This is what I'm about to do. Y'all meet me at the hospital." Boom. Same thing. Y'all thought that they were going to let you in the hospital. Not only is he a prisoner, you are not his family. I don't care. Like you said, I don't, just because you say you're a wife, that doesn't make you one. Okay. You are of no relation by marriage or by blood to this man. So, regardless of his inmate status or not, you wasn't getting in that hospital.
Correct.
Nobody, including their master teacher, has got a brain between the however many it is of them now. Jax, Juju, the master teacher, the four blind mice, all these new auxiliary members. Didn't nobody say, you know what, this probably not the smartest idea. This ain't gonna work. But I mean, they thought the drones were gonna work too. So
God,
the
why can't we walk
drone,
out the hospital?
these people are insane. They're insane.
Let me tell y'all why he couldn't walk out the hospital. Because that nigga was chained to a bed like a BDSM subby. That's how. Both legs, both hands, not going nowhere, bruh. Nowhere. No way in, no way out. Because if I was God, walk out the hospital.
And he had an officer with him. So even if he was able to break those chains, where was he going when there's a man with a gun in or outside of that room? And with minor injuries, he wouldn't even more than likely not even in a room. He was in a very busy hallway. They wouldn't even given him a room. They would have given that to real patients. So where was he gonna go? And how did they think that they were gonna get in there, even like to pass contraband? Like I'm telling you, these are the most, and I hate to say it, but these people are retarded.
Yes.
They're 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 mental midgets. Let me be nice because that R word is not a nice word. They are mental midgets, the whole lot of them.
Ants are taller than their intellect.
Yes, at least that they work together and I mean like with the hive mentality and in the queen's brain, and she's the smart one. Oh my God! Like I don't know though. I will also say this: as stupid as I think that they are, this is the gift that just keeps on giving and giving and giving and giving.
Yes, it does.
And I really hope because Zocane, Big Zozo, she's coming up first on her charges next month. And I really hope that that we get to see inside of that courtroom. I hope we get to see inside with all of them because I want to see all that bravado and everything that they have. If nobody else does it, I really feel like Zoka will go in there, with her chest puffed out, giving all kinds of attitude and everything else, and be looking crazy in the face with Judge Stacey Hydra. So sit your ass down for a couple of years. Go ahead. Go sit your ass down.
Because it's going to happen.
I mean, I just want to see their faces. You let this dumb talk you into all over the world doing all kind of crazy stuff, but now he done talked your ass into felonies. Okay, and in not saying that people who go to the pen who catch felony cases they can't redeem themselves because they can, but I just look at the similarities between them and the Manson girls, and it took three of the four of them forever before they decided, you know what, this ain't quite work out, and try to straighten out their lives and get appeals and everything else. But that one, what was her name? Squeaky, I think.
Yep.
Squeaky, remember Squeaky was like, no, I'm good right where I am. So my question is, and then I'm gonna let you get back to this very engaging diet or show that you have. Who's Squeaky? Which one of the four blind mice is Squeaky?
Zoka.
I think so too. She's gonna be down no matter what.
Yep.
She's had
Yep.
so many chances. She's gone and let. I mean, and between her leaving and going back home all those times, and then even sitting down, like they left their quote unquote sister, their sister wife in jail. They left her there, and she went right back. If it at no point in time, if that would have been the time in my mind, that I'd have been like, oh, okay, no, they don't really fuck with me, and I don't really fuck with them either. Like, I'm good. When I get up out of here, I'm a ghost. And I'd have never came back. But she keeps going back. I think she's squeaky too. I think that old malaria would give up before Zozo does.
I'm gonna be honest with you. All four of them gonna hold on to the end. They have nothing else to. They have nothing else. Nothing. Nothing. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I still think the mole is amongst them. Uh-oh. But we'll see when cases get handed out. We'll see.
Okay, so you're just gonna just throw that out there,
I did.
but not say who. So when it comes down to their sentencing, who's gonna flip? Who's gonna be like, no, I was brainwashed. It was all their fault. I deserve leniency. I'll turn on everybody else. Who's that?
I don't know yet.
Believe it or not, I really feel like that's Ephraim's crazy behind. Even though she has went through so much with him, degrading her in every way possible, I really feel like if they say you're gonna have to go sit down for a couple of years, that white woman will come straight up out of her. She won't be hollering. See, you see how they do us ninjas. You see how I think that white woman's coming right up out of her. That's just
Well,
my take.
you know what? Hmm. I think she okay, and y'all gonna have to forgive me because I might lose some of y'all, but y'all bear with me for a moment. I think that Efru suffers from an Angela Davis complex.
Oh, let me do my poetry slam. Finger snap on that one. Oh, oh.
I'm just, and for those of you that might not know what I just said, the lighter we are, the harder we go in for our black cause, because
Mhm.
we have to make the lighter skinneds have to make up for our darkness, so we make up for it in our passion. And of
And
course,
then
I'm not
she's got
saying that's across the board. I'm just saying that that's a syndrome. It is a syndrome. But go ahead, darling.
No, you and you know what? You right. And then it's not even like she's just fair skinned. She's I mean, she's got a white mother. I mean, and
Right.
he beat that right into her. You got that white man in you. You got that white man in you. And she was raised with that white mother. So I mean, as much as you remember that the whole phone thing, looking down at her when she was in the car, and
Yep.
all of that, you could tell in her face she really wanted to cuss him out. And that Angela Davis syndrome, it wouldn't let her. She had to take that humiliation ritual and suck it up. 'Cause I can't be the one. Can't be me. Even though her and Aya ain't nothing but a shade, maybe two at the most apart, she's got that stigma because
Yep.
she's got that white mother.
Yep.
You're right. You're right.
And I'm just sitting over here, the simplest answer is usually the right one. So y'all remember Hardy Boy Nancy Drew over here. Yeah.
With these folks, I can never tell because when everybody was still together and everybody was placing bets on who was gonna snap and flip out, my choice was always Tori, aka Joy. I was like, nah, y'all got life and boom messed up. This gonna be her. She's going to flip out, and everybody better hope that like she don't do a man in the middle of the night. And she just took her baby and she left. So like with these people, you just never know was they present one way and like I mean we've said multiple times these are actors, these are thespians that we are looking at. We don't know who's what for real, so I mean you don't have any idea what you're gonna get.
True. But we know what we got. We got four crazy chicken head birds.
Crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Right.
And and let
Crazy as hell.
and let me put some of y'all at ease because I know I don't know, I know a couple of us when they snatched their hijabs off and we looked away and we looked down. I'd like to thank some of us for at least giving them the due diligence of a little bit of honor of being a Muslim woman, but they are not.
Oh, yeah, we know because we
Thank
know they look. They not even making voodoo. Like
thank you.
you running around smelling like 3 day, 4 day old, but this and oh, y'all said that out loud, baby. You're not making voodoo. You're not praying. So I did the same thing when I was like, wait a minute, why are their heads uncovered? And I lowered my gaze because I was like, there are men washing. And then I thought about, I was like, what in the hell am I doing? What am I doing? Like, you not practicing because you would know better. You would know better.
And
Shame for you because you've done something wrong. No, no, ma'am. No, no.
and you know the hijab snatch off was just for dramatic flair. I was like, wow.
Actors. The actors. The actors. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and drop back down, get back into these comments. I just had to put that 2 cents in because I'm just like pure flight my ass. Like that is at the very least $100,000 ride, and they only do that. Like I've had been, on the scene of multi vehicle car crashes and had patients that literally died as soon as the jaws of life, unwrapped them from cars and their bodies were snatched and thrown into into our waiting helicopter. Like, we're not that doesn't happen for just anybody in any situation. And I'm telling you, not one time in 10 years had I ever had an inmate as a patient. Not one time. They will load you up in an ambulance and drive you to the nearest hospital, and you better hope that you don't die on the way. They're not spending that type of money. The state's not giving that type of money. Like, y'all are crazy.
Yeah,
But the
Marquise,
lies that they tell.
he is still on this side. What's up, Ocean? Hey, Black Pearl. What's up, Marquise? He is still with us. He ain't an ancestor yet. I mean, he has one more stigmata, but he's not an ancestor yet. He's closer
But
to being still Christ, though.
peace to you. I'm in the chat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming up, sweetheart. Y'all, please support the channel. Make sure you hit those likes, hit them hearts up for me. Get me up in that algorithm. Support the channel. Yeah, he's still with us. Um, Again, we have to remember the sensationalism of it all because Nature Boy then dropped out of the news. Every so-called Nature Boy channel then moved on. Nature Boy might be about 50%, and at best, on average, they're getting what, 300 views? That ain't a lot. And Marquise, I have to thank God about that. But if he was God, he could have. If he was God, he could have met them girls. I remember Jesus met Mary Magdalene, didn't he? Oh my God! Oh my God! Shit, Jesus met all his boys. What's up? That's how Doubting Thomas got his name, Doubting Thomas, because he didn't believe until Jesus showed him the holes through his hands. Pow! Then he got his name. What's up, Ken Kev? Why did he get jumped? Because he owed somebody some money. Nature Boy owes somebody. And because he's sassy, somebody probably bought his debt or the debt transferred over because we act like, prisoners and folk in the county don't have ties to one another. They do. And we ain't going to forget family members. Family members. What's up, King Kev?
What's up, Fundi? What's up, everybody in the chat? Hey, I just wanted to ask a real quick question. I'm cooking some food for my grandbaby, but I was just curious, right? So I did a little digging, found out that Macon State Prison has a rather large infirmary. It has the second largest infirmary of all 12 prisons in the state of Georgia, right?
Uh-huh.
So why would they take them to an outside hospital for a non-emergency event when they have a hospital and a 10-man fire station, by the way, on the prison grounds?
Infection control.
Thank you. I put it in the chat earlier. I don't know if people peeped that, but of course, nothing can be proven. But
yes, it can.
I kind of be thinking to somebody. Yeah,
it can be proven.
I'm just saying like this. I speak to one of the ex-members, kind of behind the scenes, and they told me that's what it was. They said he called his baby mama, and then that's how the word got to them. Because as far as like all of this, running the cult still from the jail, Nature Boy ain't gonna be doing that for too much longer. You watch and see what I say. All them daily phone calls all day. all that's getting ready to get cut down because he's back at the prison. So he's either going to be an ASEG or he's going to be in PC. And the difference being, if he's in ASEG, is because he didn't tell. They know something happened to him, so they had to remove him, administratively segregate him for 30 days, and then send him to probably another housing unit, right? But if he told, he's going to be in PC. And he's still going to be in danger because they ain't going to be able to house him in PC because you got a lot of dudes that's thorough dudes that's in PC because they was gang dropouts or whatever, you know? So Nature Boy, this changed the trajectory of his whole stint. Now he got life plus 10. He never coming home. He's not going to be able to live in jail based on his charges, number one. And I know a lot of people speculate, like, do they know who he is? Do they know who he? Listen, people that are in prison, especially for life, they know what days and what schedule that the guards come to work. They know what their off days are, and they know what times and days they come. That's how detailed they are. So you got inmates who work with the prison staff down in reception. They know everybody that comes in that jail, and they send word up to the blocks when they find out where they're being housed. They find out where they're going before the inmate does. So they know everything they need to know about Nature Boy. Nature Boy is going to have to be somebody's boy, or he's going to have to get down for his grits and gravy and get holes poked in him. And that's the only two options he really has. You dig? And so, you know, people, you know, they if they didn't come out with the video about Nature Boy allegedly getting poked up, because like I said, I don't, you know, I didn't believe it when I heard it, but what else would they be able to get on the internet and beg for? They have no story. If they're not talking about Nature Boy, say that whole situation wouldn't have happened. You think the Color Purple girls would have made that video yesterday? Do you think Juju would have made that dumbass video yesterday? No, because they don't have anything else to talk about. What's up, Shay baby? And so we got to understand when we talk about a lot of these situations, there's plays being ran. Don't think you can't run no play from prison, because Nature Boy is the financial driving force behind that. Even being in jail, people still follow them because they want to keep up with Nature Boy, right? But if Nature Boy was unable to call them because he was on 23-1, or he wasn't allowed to use the phone, because some inmates are not allowed to use the phone. People who do things to children and people who take things from women, they don't get to use the phone. They can write a letter, but if he's somebody's boy, he got to get permission to write a letter. Ain't gonna be no standing up giving orders on the phone when you somebody's boy. That's not how it go. You're gonna be washing drawers or socks, or going to get zooms and whams from the store, or whatever else kind of mission that they man gonna have them on. That's the type of life that Nature Boy is looking forward to. So it's just a matter of time before these stragglers, they're gonna have to come up with a different lick. It's always gonna be the Nature Boy lick. That's why they came up with Imagination. How original. This is Jackson Juju. Dumb and even fucking dumber. But what else are they gonna do? Like Fundi said, what else are they gonna do? These people are not functional in everyday life. They can't get up and take care of themselves and provide for themselves without being told or what to do or given the things that they need. They can't function in normal society. Where are they gonna go? What are they gonna do? I'm not taking them in my house. Would you go to sleep with Juju or Efru or one of them nuts in your house? Would you close your eyes? Even if you was their mama. I wouldn't close my eyes with none of them in my house. I wouldn't even let them in my house. They don't bathe. They're unhealthy. Their bodies are ravaged with disease, a disease that the agency, the main agency, the Center for Disease Control, that is their only function, is to identify and treat diseases. They couldn't name the disease because it was so many different strands of STDs and infections mixed together. They didn't even have a name for it. This is what these people are walking around with in their bodies. When you have STDs such as syphilis, it works on your brain. That's why you see a lot of mental deterioration in these people, because when you leave untreated STDs in your body, it causes brain injury. That's why back in the day, before they had syphilis and gonorrhea treatment, people would go insane. And
Yeah.
it wasn't because of the disease infecting their brain, but it wasn't from the disease itself, but it was from the infection that disease spread in their body from being untreated. And this is what these people are running around with, and this is how they're operating. So if they didn't come on this internet every day and beg y'all and regurgitate all that same rhetoric that all of us learned back in the 90s, they would have nothing else to do. Where would they go and work? They're too young to get SSI. All of them girls have lost custody of their children, so they can't get child support or welfare checks. They can get food stamps, but food stamps is not a roof. Where are they going to go? Nobody's going to take them in, and nobody's going to feel sorry for them. And they think they know everything, and they're still on the same bullshit. What do? Everybody can't go. We got to make hard choices. We got to make decisions and say, listen, everybody can't go. White people made a decision a long time ago. That's when they came up with the word trailer trash, because unlike them, they don't glorify their ghetto. They say they're not like us. They're lower than us. They are trailer trash. We think being ghetto is cool. We think that's lit. The more ignorant and niggerish you are, the more lit you are. And so they exploit us through that way. It's too much to try to explain to somebody who don't understand. We have to let them go. We have to understand that as much as we love our people and we love our community, if we have dead weight, that is going to sink the boat eventually. Because if you've got equal dead weight as you do workers, how's that going to work? You got 100 people on the boat, 50 are rowing, and the other 50 are laying down on the deck. How's that going to work? Everybody can't go. And until we decide that, we're going to keep on fucking around with the nature boys and the carbonation kids and sending them money and cash apps and beans and zoom zooms and wham whams and buying their kids birthday clothes. And these people are going to end up being the people that you see walking down the street talking to themselves. These girls are going to end up, they went wherever they land after they lose contact with Nature Boy, because that's what's going to happen next. Like I said, because Nature Boy is either going to be on 23-1 lockdown and ASEG, or he's going to be somebody's boy, and that's the only way he's going to be able to live. And he ain't going to be able to be on no phone issuing no orders. So we have to decide that we do have dead weight, even though we black, even though they black and we love them and we want them to come. But if they're not cooperating and they're hanging on to the side of the boat trying to pull it underwater, we have to understand. We have to let them go. These people, we have to let them go. We got to stop. We can't help them. We can't feel sorry for them. They think they telling us we crazy, we ignorant. Why would you waste your time trying to convince somebody whose mind is already made up? It's certain things I'm not going to argue about. If you're a pedo, you're a pedo. I don't care if you related to me. There is no conversation to have about that. I don't care if you can sing good. I don't care if you're my favorite rapper.
Correct.
We allow too much shit and we don't hold each other accountable. And so nature boys are being birthed by the dozens. Look how many offshoots. It's Pharaoh, it's Rashad Jamal, it's this person, it's that person. Solar still out here running. All these people are still running around out here making money. Still making money. How? How, Sway? We use our downfall as our entertainment. And so we think we profiting. Yeah, you might get a couple of Cash App donations, but look at the lives that are destroyed in the midst of this whole conversation. Them girls, them dudes, they got children. Most all of them have children. The ones who don't have children did have children, and they mysteriously were unalived and never explained. And so look at that dumpster fire right there, because them people are still going to be out here in this world in the black community somewhere, because they're not going to no white community or no other community. They're not taking them in. So they're going to be in our community somewhere. That's what I'm saying. And the more we keep allowing the Rashad Jamals and Nature Boys and Pharaohs and polites to infect our kids, because they not grown people know better, intelligent people know better. It's these kids that's out here pill popped out and that just they know who to go after. They know their target audience. Any good business that sells their products knows their demographic. Nature Boy learned his demographic. All of these predators, all these cult leaders, they learn their demographic. And they got that shit down to a science. Now they got them recruiting people. Nature Boy gone. He ain't got to. Juju cute. Some girls like, he got curly hair, girl. He got hair wide, girl, and he intelligent. He talking that good shit. Yeah. Then they got Jax. You know, Wesley Snipes, nigga with a beard. And so he get the older chicks. You know, the ones that not taking accountability for themselves and sitting around at home all day and all they doing is watching YouTube and they see Jackson. They say, oh, he handsome. He got some muscles. Hey, he talking good. Okay. Now you got a whole support network, because it ain't men that's out there sending the money. It's y'all, ladies. No shade. It's y'all. So, you know, these kids are somebody's kids, and these kids are going to end up being our problem because they can't take care of themselves. So we're going to forever be taking care of these people through the social support system, whether that's welfare, SSI, disability, whatever it is. These people are never, ever going to be any useful part of our community. I'm empathetic just like everybody else, but that's part of our problem. We feel sorry for the wrong fucking people.
Yep.
The wrong people. The wrong people. Whatever you went through and you left your 5 children, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't care what you went through. You left 5 human beings that now have to try not to be fucked up because you're fucked up. And you didn't take responsibility for that. I don't care if you actually did everything that Janae said you did, or I don't care if Janae was a hoe. Even if that incident never occurred, you deserve to be in jail for everything fucking else you did. But we'll sit and send him money and make this nigga think he's famous for our entertainment. And then we say, why we fucked up? Because of us. It ain't no white supremacy at play. This is niggas. This is nigga shit at play. All of this nasty shit right here. These girls running down thinking they're going to see him in the hospital. He is a prisoner. He is property of the state of Georgia. You lucky they didn't assassinate all 4 of y'all funky ass and called it an attempted prison break. Because that's what people do to have life without parole. They try to escape from prison on hospital visits. And who would have felt sorry for him if it would have happened? They'd have said, yeah, they were probably down. They tried to fly a drone in there when he was in the county. Yeah, they were down there trying to break him out. They crazy. See, we got to stop playing with these people and pity patting them and feeling sorry for them. And I'm praying they heal. And I wouldn't give a fuck if they healed or not. Them motherfuckers done did so much harm to their own children and to other people. Fuck them. I don't care if they'll never heal. Fuck them. All of them. Every one of them. They sit around and watch babies' lives be taken. Old women. And still to this day ain't said shit. Fuck them. Why do we feel sorry? Why are we wishing healing and sending prayers to those motherfuckers? That's why we can't get nowhere. We drag too much dead weight because we don't want to seem like we're mean. We're not living like Jesus would want us to live. Fuck that. If your ass is trying to sink the boat while I'm paddling, I'm going to push your ass overboard.
Gator bait.
What you talking about? Y'all playing with serious. See, they got a way to fuck you up now. They ain't gotta lynch you. Nigga, they ain't gotta listen, they don't have to lay a finger on you. They don't even have to be in the same country as you. If white people was really, really doing everything that you say that niggas who make an excuse say they doing, we would be real fucked up. The reason we're fucked up in the special way that we're fucked up right now is look around. Look around. All the niggas in Chicago that's killing each other ain't a white boy amongst them. Ain't a white boy amongst them. All the Nature Boys victims. All the Nature Boys victims. Who are they? Niggas. Who watching them? Niggas. Who send them money? Niggas. Who platform them? Niggas.
Niggas.
We our own worst fucking enemy. On every level. And we plan about the shit, and then we want to sit around and act like we having intellectually honest conversations about this shit. Get the fuck out of here. When I see a gang of people praying for people who are scamming other black people who are poor, who are going to work out of money, I don't want to talk to you. You part of the problem. You are the fucking problem. Because without a platform, who would know where these motherfuckers at or what they doing? Who would even have their cash app to send them money? But I bet you Bigo won't never kick them off there.
Nope.
They love to see a shit show from niggas because we more entertaining than they are to themselves. They don't want to see no white boys act stupid. That's goofy to them. They want to see some niggas because we take shit to the extreme. We super ignorant. We extra with everything. So yeah, when I want to see some shit, yeah, you know, I'll give this nigga $1 million just to see what he'll do. Here's a social experiment. We're gonna take this kid, being Nature Boy, and we're gonna get this nigga $1 million+ and we're gonna see what this nigga do. That was a fucking Truman Show in real time. Over 7 years, we watched this fucking train wreck.
Yep.
And nobody could do nothing about it until Janae went to the pub. I don't care if she's a hoe. Why do you want to argue with me? Okay, let's agree she's a hoe. She's the only one that got this nigga locked up.
Yep.
So whatever, and I told her how I felt about her to her face. Well, not to her face, but she came on. I told her how I felt about her, respectfully, because I'm not a fake person. And I'm gonna hold you accountable for the fuck shit you do. But what I will do also is give you credit because you did something that all these motherfuckers running around with private detectives and all this and the best intentions in the world, ain't none of them got them locked up. She did it. The hoe, the one y'all say crazy, whatever it is. We don't have to argue about that. She got them locked up, right? And that was the ultimate goal. But then now they want to, that's not enough. So now we're going to further the motherfucking exploitation. Now let's run about 3 months of videos about Janae. Then you got other niggas that go, yeah, guess what? And you know what? Yeah, it's really a he said, she said. So I ain't sure he should be locked up. Now you got content for the next 2 or 3 months. Just based on those videos being made and the responses to those videos. That's what we do to ourselves. We spin ourselves. They ain't got to send us off. We spin our fucking self in a circle. It's like sitting on that little merry-go-round when you was a kid that go around and so you run real fast and jump on that motherfucker and stay on until you get dizzy and fall off the motherfucker or throw up. That's what we do it to ourselves every day, over and over and over. I don't know. I just, like I said, I get irritated. That's the only reason I come on here to say shit, because I don't really talk to people about this shit because nobody else outside of this would really understand. But I be wondering why people, do they tune in for the bullshit or do they really tune in because they like, damn, Fundi be saying shit, should be saying shit, this person say shit, this person really be, or is it just a matter of, let me see what bullshit is going on now? Because if y'all don't want to, I'm on something different. I'm not trying to convince nobody or change nobody's mind or none. I just know everybody can't go with me where I'm going. That's it. And it ain't nothing personal. It's people that I love. It's people that are blood related to me that I love that can't go. Because I have to understand that the culture is more important than one person. Because if that one person don't want to get themselves together, I can't allow myself to allow them and me to drag the rest of the culture. Because I actually give a fuck. It's not about money. I don't get paid for nothing. This is something that is just a human being thing. This is the way I was raised. I was raised by human beings that cared about other black people, and they taught me that. So when people be out here playing and doing all this shit, I just get irritated. I'm a grumpy old man now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 50s. So Shit irritate me. Goofy ass shit irritate me. People that bullshit and play and not honest. Like if say what it is, you know. But I know we have to correct course, because if we don't, um, I seen a young lady yesterday that's about, I don't know, in her late 20s, and she was preaching the teachings of Malachi Z. York, and I was thinking to myself, this girl may not have been born or was probably a toddler when York got locked up. How in the fuck is she sitting here preaching York's teachings? Because the shit is passed on. You don't think them they gonna pass this shit along? Because they might fade off. Let's say 5 years from now, and all this shit is over with, and Nature Boy forgot about, and he's 7 years into a sentence, and they go on and whatever. They might have other kids. Do you think they're not gonna teach their kids the shit that they talking? So now we got a whole nother generation that we got to worry about coming after them. You see what I'm saying? So the shit is never ending. The shit is never ending unless we end it. White people not gonna end it, because white people are not doing it. We doing the shit to it. And until we can get honest enough to say it's niggas that's fucking us up. It's not white. We know white supremacy exists. We know institutional racism exists. We know that it was Jim Crow, segregation, the abolitionist movement. We know all of that. Civil rights. We know that. What's going on right now has nothing to do with that. Nothing. Nature Boy didn't beat them because of white supremacy or because of institutional racism. He's a demon. We have to understand, just like we talk about angels and spirits and good spirits, there's also negative demonic forces that are out there too. Just because they're black, we be voting for people just because they black, or we'll go to somebody's store just because they black, or and who you end up getting, anybody had their car stolen. Who stole your car? If they ever found out, was it a nigga or was it a white person? I bet you probably 95% of the time it was a nigga. If your house has ever gotten broken in and they caught the person, wasn't it a nigga? Because that's what live in your neighborhood. Anytime that somebody's ever tried to do any physical harm to me, it was black people. No white dudes or Asian or Middle Eastern dudes have ever tried to approach me or attack me in a physical way. It's always been a nigga. Stop talking to me about racism and this and that, and talking about, you a child of God, and if you a child of God and you sending Nature Boy money, that is an oxymoron, man. I'm not going to have a conversation with you. She says, well, you sound like you're scared to debate me. I said, why would I debate you? Because either one, you don't believe in a God, or your conviction is not strong enough, because if you believed in the God that you say you do, you would not allow yourself to send money to Nature Boy, because he's a demonic entity. He's a demonic spirit. Everything he does and says is demonic. So don't preach to me about religion, and it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with humanism. As a human being, aren't you fucking tired of seeing our race at the bottom of the fucking barrel in every category, financially, economically, housing wise, educationally? We're at the bottom of the fucking totem pole in every metric that you measure your life with. And we seem not to care. We just really seem not to give a fuck. And that shit bothers me, yo. It bothers my fucking inner depths. Because I don't understand that shit. I'm not saying everybody got to be Malcolm X. Everybody got to be out here marching in the streets protesting. I'm saying you don't give a damn enough to even call shit that's obvious. Like, here's a woman who left her kids, right? She left her child and said, fuck it, I believe I'm going to follow this dude and he's God. Why in the world would you ever send that woman money? What benefit? She left her child. She's with a man who's beating on her and abusing her, and then he's misusing the money. Why would she? What are we talking about? These are the things that drive me crazy about black people. You can take a person who deserves no sympathy whatsoever, and we find a way to feel bad for them. But the people who we really should support, we'll be mean and evil and cruel to them. Like I said, Juju crazy ass was sitting up in that video with damn near 900 people in his room. When last time you had 900 people in your room, Fee?
No,
Okay. See, so don't. So, but I'm just saying, who we gonna blame? You niggas. You motherfucking niggas who don't care enough about your own kids and your own community. You can't change the world, but you can change your family and your circumstances and work your way out. But if you're not trying to do that, I don't care nothing about you because that's the point that I'm at right now. I'm trimming all the fucking fat off. That don't mean you have to agree with me. It's people that I love that can go that disagree with me about half of the time. But even though we disagree, we can still come to a mutual understanding that's going to move us forward. I don't know, Peanut. I said the same thing. He had 900 niggas watching him. That's what I'm saying. Who are these 900 niggas? That's who we need to focus on. Juju is one nut. Who are the other fucking 900 that's sitting up watching him, sending him gifts? Who are they? That's who we need to identify because them are the people that work at our job with us. Juju, we ain't gonna never see Juju. Them people that's anonymous, that's sending the money behind that computer screen, those are the niggas we work with. Them are neighbors. Them are some of the people we dating. So this is what we have to look at when we start talking about these situations and go deeper than whether Janae was a hoe or Velvet was whatever, you know. So what? Who cares? I don't care. I want to figure out why Nature Boy got to be Nature Boy, why Pharaoh got to be Pharaoh.
Right.
Oh, they was talking good at first, but see, there you go. You said it again. It's just like a nigga. A nigga gonna talk good at first until he get the pussy. Then he gonna act a goddamn fool. But we can't keep saying, well, he told me the right thing in the beginning because we know better. When are we gonna start doing better? When are we gonna start holding ourselves accountable for not doing better? The 900 niggas that's watching Juju, the people that's sending the Full Color Purple Sisters money to send Nature Boy. When are we gonna start addressing that? Stop talking to me about white people. Stop talking to me about how spiritual you are and how much of an empath you are and all of this esoteric bullshit. Because if you was that goddamn spiritual, we'd be able to do something better than we doing right now. We are the most pitiful race on this planet. Somebody present an argument where we're not. Economically, we're at the bottom. We're below Asians. We're below Mexicans. We are at the we're at the bottom. Mexicans, Asians, Middle Easterns, Southeast Asians, Southern, everybody, Canadians, everybody is ahead of us on the economic curve, on the educational curve. Go to a college now. Look around campus. Go to a hospital. Go to a business. Tell me how many black people you see roaming around. I'm not coming to you just because you black. If you don't do good work, I'm not coming to you because you black. I don't believe in that. I need my car to run correctly when I take it in and get it fixed. Just for the sake of me saying, oh, well, I'm patronized the brother. And that's the same one who stole some parts off my car and then tried to convince me that I needed to get this fixed because it had broke down, not realizing that I knew what I was talking about and went up and seen that they literally removed the parts. Now he want to fight me because now he said I'm calling him a lie. Then not only do he want to fight me, he swings, misses. I two-pieced him. He runs in his office and get a gun. Now, one of us is finna lose our life because I got a gun too. One of us is finna lose our life. Why? Because I tried to be black, and patronizing black business, and the dude stole a part off my car and tried to get me to pay him to fix the part that he had took off, and I caught him. And so then he actually started a physical altercation with me, and then it almost turned into gunplay. This a nigga, a white boy has never ever done that to me. No other race on this planet has ever done that to me. All that type of shit happens at the hands of a nigga every single time. I'm tired of these niggas. I'm tired of niggas who are empathetic to those type of niggas. If you spending your money on a nigga that's going back and forth to jail all the time, you can't go either. Stay your ass over there with that convict ass nigga because he's probably in jail for a reason, especially if you know he's in jail for a reason. I don't care. You're not doing me no good. You're not doing the community no good. That's what it is. I'm not and people take that however they want to. I listen, it's just, it is what it is. What happens when Asian kids bring bad grades in their house?
They get whooped.
Oh, okay. How do we know that? Because they stand on business. That's why they're doctors. That's why every hospital you go in, more than white, more than any other race, you'll see more Asian doctors because they stay on that ass about education because they know that is one of the keys to their freedom. Right there. That's it. That's all. So I don't care how many people you know still check their kids' report cards. These motherfuckers don't even know when their kids get their report cards. These kids have gotten on a computer and changed their report cards and gave them to their parents, and their parents didn't know. And I had it. These are kids that I mentor that I see twice a week. They live with their parents. I had to tell them this is not. They went on. They just printed this out. This is not their report card. Like what? This because this is where we're at. But I bet you. But I bet you. But I bet you that motherfucker got some new J's. I bet you he got the freshest shit out. I bet you he can tell you every designer and he can rap every lyric to, you know, whatever hot rapper is out right now. It gets old, especially when you old as I am. I've been saying this shit and experiencing this shit for 30, 40 fucking years. I'm like, am I gonna get to see any kind of change before I die? Because black man's life expectancy is only 67. I'm 3/4 of the motherfucking way there, y'all. I just want to see a little something so that I don't feel like I done wasted the whole how many ever years I make it of my life trying to help something that really nobody really cared about.
But
honestly.
that's the part though. You are that change, sir. I mean, as a matter of fact, you've turned into the adult that you as a child would run to for help.
Well, why other black men don't feel obligated to be that for a kid? I don't fucking understand that, yo. A kid can't come up to me and say, Mr. Kev, I need your help. And I go, no. What's up, baby? What you need? I'm gonna go out I just naturally feel it's natural. Even if I don't want to, I'm gonna still do it because it's a black baby. How do you detach yourself so much that you don't even care about the kids? You looking at them and you don't care? Like, what the fuck I don't want to be nowhere around you. That means you have nothing inside you.
Correct. And that's something that we have to recognize. Exactly. Yeah.
That's why they can treat women the way they do, because they can treat a child like that. See, you're right. I just asked my own question. That shit is painful though to admit that shit, because I'm a man, and even though I know I'm the total opposite, I'm the total antithesis of those type of niggas, I still feel guilty because them niggas are the same goddamn gender as I am. So whether I like it or not, that black man and I'm a black man, and I feel a kind of way because this motherfucker don't even have the basics in him that. My bad. I'm gonna start rambling. This shit just, I mean, it does. This shit winds me up because I just don't understand, man. And we need to start. And ladies, I challenge y'all, start asking these niggas, like, make these niggas really be men. Make them be accountable. Don't listen. And excuse my language, but I just gotta say it how I need to say it real quick. And excuse me, Fee, and you too. Listen, them type of niggas don't deserve no pussy, ladies. They don't deserve no hugs, no comfort. They don't deserve warm cooked meals. Cut them niggas off, and you'll see the number of them shrink. Because that's the last thing that a nigga want, is to be pushed out of the bosom of a woman. But that's your only power against him. You can't love him out of doing wrong. You can't ride or die him out of doing wrong. None of that shit is not work. Look how many of these black women talk, I ride or die. Yep, the nigga's in jail and you still ride with him, or either he dead. That's what it comes down to. I don't care about that. Listen, cut them off. Stop giving them safe haven. Stop being they home plan when they come home from prison, because your house is the only house they can parole to. You know why your house is the only place they can parole to? Because they done fucked up with everybody else in their family that love them. And if people that love them won't even take them in, you better run your ass the other direction as fast as you can and stop thinking you can save a motherfucker. If Jesus ain't saved them yet, how you think you gonna save him? If Allah ain't saved them yet, how you think you gonna save them? Let that man cycle through whatever he got to cycle through. And when he come out, if he come out on the other side better, then he's welcome back into the delegation. Until then, nigga, your hands are getting pulled off the edge of the boat because you're dragging it back down. We paddling hard as a motherfucker up here in the front. We tired, nigga. We tired. But they gonna hang on as long as you don't pull their fingers off the edge. That's what I'm saying. Kick these niggas overboard. Let these niggas sink or swim. We still paddling this motherfucker by hand because we ain't even got a motor. We ain't got there yet. We still on we got paddles and oars and we trying to push this motherfucker upstream. I don't have time to try to teach nobody, educate nobody. I did that for the last fucking 37 years publicly. My whole adult fucking life I've done that. I'm tired. And then I look and it seems like we've made no progress. Since I was 10, oh, we had a black president. So the fuck what?
So
I know we still can barely live. We can barely feed ourselves. Today in 2024, the richest country on the planet. We have technology more advanced than ever before in civilization. But you can't afford to put gas in your car and you can barely afford to go to the grocery store. I made a joke earlier. I bought some stamps from somebody and I went to the grocery store. I said, I feel like the people that don't work. I was just throwing shit in my basket all willing. I was throwing shit, the grandbaby was throwing shit in the basket. Because I was like, damn, this is the first time I could shop without having to look at every price and make sure. And I make good money. And my wife makes good money. She's a business owner. But this is what we up against. And all that other shit that we be occupying ourselves with. This is the result of it. We have a whole bunch of Malias and Efrus and Ayas and Nature Boys and Jujus and Jaxes and young pharaohs and on every age demographic.
Yep.
On every level. And and when you have a young mind, they listen to these people, and as crazy and rambling as it sounds to us, some of this shit be resonating with kids because their mind is like fucking jello at this point. And so, we got to be aware of that. I don't care about their recovery and all that. We need to start figuring out how do we stop them from infiltrating any other circles. And that's by putting them on blast. That's not giving them no fucking room to breathe. We don't feel sorry for them. They can do it. We don't wish nothing hateful on them either. We don't have to sit here and wish nothing hateful on them. I just don't give a fuck because I know that me giving a fuck and trying to help them is taken away from the real shit that I should be putting my energy and my time to. That's just real. These people are adults. These people, these are not babies. These people are making a choice to come on the internet and do what they do because they can't do anything else. They lost. Where are they going to go work? Can you imagine seeing one of them nuts in Walmart or at McDonald's and ask you, for here to go? Then what are they going to do with their life? None of them are educated. They all, like I said, their bodies are diseased. Their minds are totally gone. And, when you got kids now that are in their 20s that are still talking about Malachi York, that lets you know that somebody is passing that bullshit down. And that's what I'm concerned with. Anything else, I don't give a fuck who they scamming, because if somebody dumb enough to send them their money, so be it. I don't care about that. My only concern is that they're not recruiting anybody else to go and affiliate themselves with them so that they can infect them with a disease or fuck their mind up like you hear them. Listen to them talk. Imagine if your child, they got a hold of your child. You would want to do something deadly to them. You know what I mean? And that's why, and that's what I'm looking at. I don't care about the job. I don't care whether he got stabbed, shot, fucked. I don't care what it is, what happened to him, because that's not even the point. I don't care. I'm focused on the fact that pretty soon the 4 Color Purple sisters are going to be in prison too, because let's not forget they got a federal case still against them for trying to fly that drone and weed into the county jail.
Correct.
And they violated the no contact order that Nature Boy's sentencing judge gave him, which might get him put in solitary anyway, because they can prove that he still has control over this group from prison. That's why Larry Hoover, they had him underground in Florence, Colorado, because they said he'd been still running the TDs for the last 40 years from prison. Same thing with Big Meats. They held him for 35 years. He ain't had no bodies, but Big Meats still had shit moving on the streets while in jail, allegedly. But so they too dumb to realize that they shooting themselves in the foot, because while they out here acting like the Manson sisters, the Manson girls, that's going to get him put in solitary confinement. They put the head of the Aryan Nation in solitary confinement so that he could not run the Aryan Nation from inside prison. He's locked away 23-1. He hasn't been seen in 14 years. His name is Barry Mills. Google him. You'll see. Florence, Colorado. For the last 27 years, underground prison, one-man cell, no doors, no lights, no windows. He's in that bitch 23-1 because he was still controlling the AB in prison. Okay. Keep on thinking he got, and keep on getting on that phone issuing orders. Don't you know every single phone call that comes in and out of a prison facility is recorded? You stupid motherfuckers. Y'all still ain't learned that.
Well, they think because it's on a cell phone that it's not being recorded.
Okay. Yeah, they're supposed to be computer experts too, but they don't know that. Come on, I'm not even tech savvy. I know that. They can listen. They can intercept a walkie-talkie transmission.
Thank you.
Right? So if your smart TV can watch you and listen to you, what do you think that phone can do? You remember we was all amazed about 5 years ago when it came out that the smartphone, that the smart TVs and our computer, that the camera that faces us, if you got a two-way camera, it can actually record you without you activating it. Yeah. Yep. How do you think they do remote viewing? They don't have to go take his laptop. All they have to do is hack into his laptop feed and get everything that's he's typing in, everything that he sends out, all of that. They do that remotely. They can watch him through his own camera on his. If his laptop is flipped up, they can watch him through the reverse camera. Yeah.
And they control the feed. They know exactly what tower them cell phones are pinging off of.
Hey. It's amazing that these people. I don't know. I just, like I said, I don't understand, man. I don't understand the fascination with them from other people to the point where, yeah, we're gonna talk about them. We'll do content on them and and give our opinions and our views. But I'm talking about the people that sending the money. Where is your mentality? What is your mentality?
They see themselves in these girls.
Okay.
Remember, Nature Boy said they were demographics.
Yeah. And you got to realize too, I think I said this yesterday, part of those girls, part of their indoctrination, part of the hold that the cult and Nature Boy still has on them is the abuse. You can get abused so much that you start liking it.
Say that, and they were already into BDSM. I said
right.
It.
Remember, he would brag about choking them and being rough, sexy with them, and they felt like they were loved more because he was turned on. See, we have to understand this is an insidious game, man, because you have people. He studied sex magic. Nature Boy studied sex magic. You don't think he was putting that shit into practice? You're not gonna study voodoo and not put a motherfucking root on somebody at some point, right or wrong. Right. You're not gonna be a witch if you ain't gonna cast no motherfucking spell.
Correct.
So that's what we have to understand who we dealing with. This dude is a lot of things that we really are not aware of. This dude is part psyop. He's part just a regular person who they plucked, but because of his circumstances, he made the perfect Manchurian candidate. He's been fucked with sexually, homosexually. He's been penetrated, and he's been injected with something from a guy who was pretending to be a doctor, and they never found out what he was injected with. It could be so much shit going on. This nigga could literally be a human lab experiment. And we're gonna give him $1 million and cut this nigga loose and see what happens. We have carbonation. You see, ain't that a hell of a social experiment? And this is all speculation and theory on my part. I'm not at all pretending like I got factual evidence that this is, but I'm telling you the fact. Yes, he was violated. All of these things have the Dean Willoughby, the gay sex work, the gay porn work, even all his time in Atlanta, and now he's back in Atlanta. He came full circle, and it's like and then how was he able to travel the way? How was he able to move? How was he able to? When you keep asking, how was he able to do? Because there was a bigger force that was helping him. So my synopsis of my time on Earth and what I know and what I'm relatively comfortable with, I think that Nature Boy was definitely sent, and it was a whole combination of things that was going on, and it was basically to see how we as a community, how would we react to that. And they brought them in different versions: Polite, Pharaoh, Nature Boy. They all the same nigga in different versions, and they all hit different demographics. Now you see how shit starts to tie in. They're all the same nigga. Polite hit the older crowd, the old heads, the niggas that used to stand out on the blocks in NY back in the 80s. All them dudes, the House of Consciousness now, all them then Pharaoh hits that young to intermediate age where they're in their mid 20s going to their late 20s and they feeling like they know a little something now. Then you'll get Nature Boy because he's like the Pied Piper. He knows how to talk to the kids because he's a pedophile by nature. So he knows how to talk to kids and he knows how to manipulate kids. So you had one dude in three different versions for each demographic of our community. And what was the common theme in all of those niggas? Their main support came from women, almost exclusively, except for their sugar daddies that they had. Because Polite had a sugar daddy, Pharaoh had a sugar daddy, and Nature Boy had a baby daddy, sugar daddy. This is where we at. It ain't just about that. No, it's deeper than you think. It really is. Occam Razor says the easiest explanation is usually the right explanation. If this shit feels like a psyop, it's because it is. This shit doesn't happen by accident. This shit didn't just all by happenstance. It just happened to be Nature Boy with his life circumstances, and then all of this shit just came together like this, and then we had this big carbon. None of this shit is accidental. None of this shit is coincidental. All of this shit is carefully planned out because here's where white people come in. They know their demographic. They know the shit that niggas are attracted to. They know attracted to, and they gonna feed it to us. They gonna feed it to us. If I know you a dope fiend, if I want you to do anything, what is the first thing I'm gonna offer you? Drugs, duh. I might ask you some stuff that's unthinkable. I might come up to you and say, hey man, listen, hear me out, bro. I want to fuck your wife, but hey, I got an A-ball for you. Just stay down here and do your thing for 15 minutes, bro, and I'll be through. You see what I'm saying? That's how they ease into crazy shit. Yeah, I'm actually turned on by little kids. Bring your kids. Let me, do stuff to your kids because I believe that make them pure. And you can live here for free. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to get your clothes. You can eat. We're going to get on the internet. You're going to be able to get your own money through your own channel and your own live. And this the story he feed. Okay, yeah, bet. And then we going to get on. Hey, we going to act. And no matter how far this goes, man, we acting. We feeding these motherfuckers one day. They want to see the bullshit. We going to get on some real nigga moments. But we going to be laughing at their ass all the way to the bank. You don't think that happened? Them niggas went through in excess of $1 million. He had one nigga give him $300K. Nigga, some people don't make 300 grand over the course of their entire life working. If you make $50,000 a year, which ain't bad, it'll take you 10 years with taxes, 6 years with just raw income, but it would take you 6 years of working and not spending no money to make $300K. He went through that in about 5 months.
Yep.
What are we talking about? Come on. You think some dude just happened upon Nature Boy who happened to have access to $300,000? This shit was all choreographed. This shit was WWE from 7 years ago. He fit the description. Okay, here's a dude. He ain't got no fucking body. We can put him on this mission. This nigga need us. He looking for something. He desperate. This nigga lonely. This nigga hungry. They put him and said, hey, this is what you have to do. You don't think come on. That's an easier explanation than thinking that all of this shit is a big coinky dink. All this shit just came together. He just happened to find 15 motherfuckers that would believe he was God. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Nature Boy is not that charismatic. The nigga doesn't speak well. He quotes movies when he wants to seem deep. Shit like New Jack City and Boys in the Hood. This nigga has lied about every aspect of his life. And we supposed to believe that he got a whole following of people that think he's God. But no, if you got 15 people that he can put on camera that say they believe he's God, then guess what? You'll get about 10,000 motherfuckers that's out here on the World Wide Web that'll go, oh, well, he must be God if they think he's God. And look at them. Them niggas living in the tropics, in a big dope-ass beach house. They kick back. They not working. People are supporting them and showing them love just because the type of vibes they on. They in their higher self. They trying. That shit looks good to somebody whose mind is not all the way solid, like ours. They'll see yes, that's exactly why they did that, because they want to see how our community is going to react. And then not only can he abuse a black woman, beat the bitch ass on camera and see what they do. Nature Boy got to the point and said, yeah, I beat the bitch, come get her, or do something about it. Yep. The nigga was telling us, do something about it. Yeah, I beat the bitch. I stepped on the bitch head. I broke the bitch head with the toilet with the bitch head. Yeah. And what? What you niggas gonna do? Come get the bitch. Leave, ho. He wanted to see what the culture would tolerate. And you still got women who are sending him money, listening to them call them bitches and hoes after he done beat them up. And that's who's sending him money. That's 97% of who's sending him money. That's crazy to me. What are we talking about white people for? We're fucked up, y'all. We better get our shit together or we are going to be extinct in a minute. I'm almost gone. So to be honest with you, I could be like, listen, hey, I could sit back and coast this shit out. I'm pretty comfortable over here. I got a sexy old lady. I got a decent job. I'm cool. I'm good over here. I could just stay out the fucking way. But it's not about that. I got grandbabies, and plus, even if I did have grandbabies, I come from a family. My father was the oldest of 16, so I was raised by a literal tribe in Barbados. Came to the States, 88, and I was like, these niggas are crazy over here. No, honest to God, I listen. I cried. I tried to do shit to get arrested so they would deport me because we came over here. We didn't have no fucking papers. These was the 80s. We didn't have no papers. I came over here on my uncle's papers who said I was 28. I was like 11, 12 years old at the time. But that's how it was back in the fucking 80s. That's how old I am. But I'm just saying that to say I came here and I thought when you hear about America, I'm thinking, oh shit, this shit is for them. I'm like, damn, these niggas kill each other? Yes. You can't get in a fight in my village because everybody in my village knows each other. We come and we sit down and talk, and one of the elders is present if need be. But most of the time, you were in trouble if an elder had to mediate because you should be adult and mature enough, even as a child, to handle a disagreement. There's nobody ever murdered, stabbed, or anything like that in my village, ever. Because we didn't allow it. We believed each other. No woman got raped. Everybody knew each other. If you raped somebody, do you understand what all the men in our village would do to you? Period. That's it. We held each other accountable. You're gonna do your workload. I'm gonna do my workload. They're gonna do their workload so that we can keep this village going. Because we ain't gonna eat if the nets are not together. Because we'd have to fish like every day. Fish. Haul that shit in. Who sold the nets? The women. Who hauled the nets in? The men, the boys. Who set the nets out there and who did all the men? We all had a job. Nobody could slack on their job. Everybody was held accountable. So when I came here, it was just like, oh, you can do what the fuck you want to do. You can literally do what the fuck you want. That shit was scary to me. And now I see the results of it years later. Because here I'm in my 50s. I've been here 40 years now, but I still remember coming here and being in total culture shock. Like, they literally let people do whatever they want to do. And it's not that we was enslaved in Barbados. We were just held accountable. You could not holler at your parents or threaten your parents, or we didn't fight because we were so small of a village. We couldn't afford to fight each other because we had to work together in order to survive. We only had so many men that could rebuild our homes and our huts, and that could hunt so that we could live and eat. So we couldn't let them get in conflict and kill each other. So it sounds like such but that's, if we just thought about it like that, it's like, bro, it's crazy because it's not that hard. It's just like, if you don't like somebody, you don't have to kill them. Just don't talk to them. But even if you don't like somebody, you can still cooperate with them to get an end result, right? I don't have to like the dude that's selling me the car, but if I need a vehicle to get back and forth to work, I'm going to figure out what I need to do so that we can come down and I can sign the papers and get my car and be able to go to work. That's all it's about. All this other shit, I don't care if you tough. I don't care if you lit. I don't care if you turned up. I don't care if you got the bag. I don't care how pretty you are. I don't care about none of that shit. I just want to see in my lifetime before I die, my grandbabies be able to come to me. My youngest grandbaby, Journey, she the only girl. I want to be able to come and say, Pop, you remember when I used to sit and listen to you on the live stream with Sugar Love and y'all be doing your podcast when I was 5 and 6 years old? Daddy, it ain't even no more police brutality because it ain't no more qualified immunity. If police kill a black person, they automatically get locked up pending investigation, just like the normal person. I just want to see some shit like that. I just want to see where instead of Chicago being the high, I want to see where it's like, oh, there's an all-time low in black on black crime or black murders. There was only 5 murders in Chicago before I died instead of 15,000. I just want to see that everything that I tried to do made just a smidgen of difference. That's it, man. Because that's all we can hope for. If we all do a little bit, all those little bits add up to a lot.
Exactly.
We can't change the world individually. We can't change them girls' mind. We can feel bad for them and we can be empathetic, but we ain't got to send them our money. And we ain't got to waste our prayers on them. I'm going to pray for a baby that was born with a birth defect that's fighting for their life. I'm not praying for them broads. I'm sorry. I'm not praying for Nature Boy. I wouldn't give a damn if they got him again today. Good riddance. You don't need to breathe air. You taking up space from a normal human being. You're a demonic entity. You need to be off this planet. Ain't that what God tell you when he destroys Satan? When you read your Bibles or the whatever, ain't that you religious folks? They don't say be nice and compromise with Satan. He tells you to destroy Satan. Right? So
that's why God gave archangels weapons, because he knew fluffy words wouldn't work.
Right. All this niceness, like we like. And one more thing I want to say too, and I thank y'all for indulging me, because I hate getting up and being long-winded and running my mouth, but it just, I'm not passionate about a whole lot of shit, but the shit that I am passionate about, I'm passionate about it, and I'll die about it. But the last thing I want to say is to the brothers and the sisters out there, we are not each other's enemies. I know that it's been portrayed that way, and I know it feels like that in real time, because these niggas is out here acting retarded. Women are tired, and it's just, but we're not each other's enemies. If we don't come back together, you can hang it up for our babies having any hope. You can hang it up for our culture as a whole, our community as a whole. We have to, like, don't let these feminists and these red pills, they doing the same thing that these people are doing, it's a different lick. It's a different hustle. We don't hate y'all. The niggas that hate y'all, they no good anyway. They the niggas that can't go. But when you say black men, the majority of black, we love y'all. We love y'all. We love the ground y'all walk on. Trust me, because we know don't nobody else love us like y'all. So don't ever let either side, whether it's the feminist or whether it's the red pill sector, telling you that black men hate black women, because we don't. We love y'all. I love y'all. I die about y'all. And until we get that right, nothing else is gonna go right. So we can talk about, trying to stop Nature Boy and trying to heal this. None of that's gonna work until we come back together as not just us as a community, but black men and black women. Stop hating each other. Stop finding every reason to think that we know good. We've been convinced of that in a lot of ways, and we've done other self-detrimental things that have gotten us to this position. But again, I'm gonna cut myself off. But just don't buy into that bullshit. And when you walk down the street, trust me. Now, I'm gonna tell you this one last thing, because it's that important to me. I don't know if y'all saw the videos on YouTube where this lady goes around and she'll just go up to black men randomly and say, "Hey, King," and she'll say, "Hey, baby, I just wanted to tell you something about you need to smile as handsome as you are," or something. And the black men always smile, always.
Yeah.
Heartwarming, right?
Yes.
Why did a lady come up to me the other day and just came up to me and she said, "Listen, I just want to tell you, in the times we in right now, you probably hear you ain't shit, you ain't no good father, you ain't no good man, but I just want to tell you that that's not all of us. We don't feel like that. I love you. I'm proud of you as a black man, and I pray for you." That shit almost made me break down in tears, man. Because I've never had nobody randomly come up to me. I would always smile when I saw those videos of the lady doing it on YouTube. I would be like, damn, that's dope. I had to literally hold tears. I'm a grown ass man. I didn't know this lady. Just the way she held my hands and she was sincere and she looked in my eyes. She said, "Ain't nothing better than you on this earth, baby. Nothing. And don't let nobody convince you of that. And I love you. And we love you." That's why I passed that word along, because that was so powerful to me. I was just like, fuck. It slayed my whole soul. It was just like, God damn. It just like I don't know. It just made me feel a way, and it made me feel good about being a black man again, because it ain't really too much shit to be like. When you look at how shit is now, it's almost like, black man, oh shit, here goes this nigga. He's a deadbeat, he's violent, he beat on women, and they don't take care of his kid. That's how you feel when you walk in the room, because that's the jacket that all of us wear. And so for her to say that to me, I appreciated her for that. Whoever you are in this world, man, I thank you and I appreciate you and I love you for that. And just do that to each other. It ain't got to be to that extent, but ladies, you'll be surprised just when you pass a black man, just smile and say, "Hey, how you doing, brother? I was just speaking." And they not going to approach you. You got them ones, but I'm just saying, certain guys that you see, then they going back and forth to work, or they just in the store, and just it encourages a black, because we never hear that. A lot of times, not even from the mate that we with. They don't tell us like, "Yo, baby, I'm proud of you. Like you're amazing." And that's not to knock black women, but it's just that we get in that comfortability zone when we're with somebody. And so when you hear that, you go, "Oh shit!" Like that. I mean, like, it blew me away when she said that, because she was almost in tears, because she like, "I want you to know, I'm not just coming up to you saying God gave me this word." She said, "Just as a black woman to a black man, y'all get toe down." And she said, "And I just look at the way you move, your stride, your smile. You the best of what a black man is." She said, "You the best shit on earth, baby. Don't ever let nobody tell you different." And I felt that in that moment when she said that. I was like, God damn. So that's why I thank y'all, like I said again, for indulging me. I know I'm long-winded. I'm a Pisces. So, but anyway, thank you too, Fee, for letting me come up and just, vent a little bit, because I need that for my own personal, like, mental health sometimes. And, because I get frustrated, man. And, you just can't have these conversations with a lot of people. And so I appreciate just being able to chop it up and hear other people's ideas and thoughts. And trust me, I've been reading the chat too. That's what he said. I love smart chats and smart people and inquisitive people, and, people who question everything, and people who are open to almost anything, you dig? Because that's how we grow and that's how we get better. So once again, thank you. Appreciate you. So I'm gonna drop back down. I'm gonna still be listening. Like I said, I'm supposed to have been cooking, but I'm multitasking.
You cooked, just not for the grandbabies.
Look, and guess who right next to me?
Uh-oh.
My little G baby. 5 years,
Better go
because
get it.
I'm giving it to her I got to give it to him from the cradle up. You
That's right.
understand? I want her to know she's gonna be a black woman one day in this world,
Yep.
and I have to let her understand what this is. So she sits next to me all the time. I'll be sitting up on the pod with Suge. She'll be right on my lap sometimes. Or she'll be running around, and she'll be like, "Why the other day?" Now, just to show you a child, this is the last thing I say. I promise. She was watching a video with Malia and them. She go, "Papa, what is they crazy?" Now, if a 5-year-old has a discernment to listen to somebody speak for about a minute and ask me, "Are they crazy?" then we should have better discernment than we do as a culture. So, anyway, I'm out, fool. Thanks. I appreciate you, and peace, chat.
You are more than welcome, brother. And you are welcome anytime you need to de-steam. Feel free. But thank you so much for your input. But yeah, it was about infection control. That's that's took them so long to house his behind as well. But yeah, we get. But you know what? We are doing better. That's what I'm gonna put into the world. We are doing better because I'm gonna be honest. I think we saved more people than actually will tell us that we saved by our different podcasts, different ways that we came at it, our forms. We've made friends, we've made alliances with people. This oh, and I'm willing to say all of us played a hand in it, but you got to give it to the clown. You have to give it to the clown that brought us to the circus. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think they're gonna treat him better or less than anybody else. Nature Boy is not. He's not a freaking superstar amongst criminals. He's just not. He's an overrated freaking pimp. Did he orchestrate this? Could have. Because even I made fun of him that, bruh, your views is going your views is going down. And this is just a little spike. Because we're gonna go right back to what's happening to Sonia Massey, her cousin. We're going right back over to that when we're done with this. And this is gonna be what, another 3 days? So now, don't get me wrong. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the show. But please don't seminar October 18th to October 20th, especially for you budding sibyls out there, you witchy poos, you gladiators who want to know thyself in order to create your own heaven. The who, what, where, when, how, and why of you. You can get your ticket over at masterfundifee.com. Um, y'all, we can't write this. Nobody could have written this. So we just gonna watch it. We gonna watch this play out because Zoka, you're up. And let us not forget, Nature Boy still got some charges coming. So he ain't going nowhere. And when an animal smells its extinction, it's poopy too. All of them going to prison real soon. Real soon. And the state will use their own words against them, per usual. But y'all, I'm out of here. Thank y'all for coming. Please hit that like button for me. And remember, y'all, we got some good old flavors over .com. This black cherry being one. But of course, remember, Blitch's Brews are pure food, no sulfates, cold brewed, time cleared, and we use alkaline water in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And we're running a sale. So please make sure you get over to masterfundifee.com. If you ever became a subscriber to the website, man, check your email. You might have some very valuable coupons that can be used at the website. Thank y'all for coming through. You know who this is. This is Master Fundi Fee, and I always, first of all, did I give a new insight? And does the insight make a little sense? Please make sure you drop me some comments in the comment section once we are done. Thank y'all so much. Blessings. You know who this is. It's Master Fundi Fee, and I always got my ear to the street, my ear to the street, my ear to the street. Salam, shalom, in Hutepu, namaste. Be good to yourselves, and you will be good to others. And you're not allowed to leave here until you have made a significant contribution to the human race.
See, I come from a long line of deeply melanated women. We have never been afraid to stick our black hands in the soil and connect with Mother Earth. We pick her sweet fruits from the areas that most conclude as abandoned land. And those who don't understand us call us witches. But baby, this is alchemy at its finest. Blitch's brew.